Hello YouTube, it's MM's Gaming. We are back with another Let's Make a Realistic Narrative game. This time I'm going to do the video a little bit different, doing the voice recording while I just make the video rather than going over it later. This time we're going to add some better terrains. I'm going to use Mega Scans by Quixel. Let's load up the project. Quixel has a bridge app, free to download. Once you download it, you can connect it to whatever engine you're working with. If they prefer Unreal Engine, you get free access if you're using Unreal. We are using Unity, where I'm using Unity. Once you download it, there is a plugin you can download for your engine. They have quixel.com/plugins. I'll link this in the comments below. They have Unreal Engine 4, Unity, Maya, 3ds Max, Marmoset Toolbag, Houdini, Clarice, Cinema 4D, and Blender plugins. So we're going to download the plugin for Unity. I've already downloaded this. Once you have that downloaded, extract it to your downloads folder. It's just a Unity plugin package. It is edit, import package, custom package. Let's go to our downloads folder where we exported that. Megascans_importer. Open. And this is going to have the Megascans importer features. Let's import this. And I'm going to use some free assets. And I saw they had a sand, Icelandic sand with pebbles. I like the medieval vibe, so we can try to make like kind of like a medieval narrative game based in Iceland, Scandinavia. Once you get the bridge plugin imported, there's some settings you could look through, the workflow if you want metallic or specular, displacement, vertex or pixel, shader type, HDRP, or universal runner pipeline, import resolution, level of detail fade mode, and the import path. So import path is Megascans, so I'm going to make a folder called Megascans. Set up collision. You could apply it to 2D surfaces that you have selected if you want to. When you import them, you could add the asset to the scene, create prefabs, import lower level details, create level detail groups, import all textures, and enable plugin. Okay. So it looks set up, ready to go. We got our folder. And then inside Quixel Bridge, you can find your asset, download it. Once you have it downloaded, you can import or export to Unity. Here's our export settings. Once you load up and sign in to Quixel Bridge, it'll ask you for your editor that you're using. We're using Unity. And it shows you how to import. And then you're going to select the default project you want to import it into. Mine is the realistic narrative inside assets folder, inside our Megascans folder. And it imported right into Megascans, surfaces, and then give us a material and textures. Alright, so let's fix this material. HDRP, we'll do HDRP lit. Drag our textures onto it. We have the albedo, mask, and our normal map. Okay, that fixes that material, but we're using terrain, so let's make a terrain layer. Call it Icelandic sand. And then let's apply those textures again, our diffuse, our albedo, mask map, and our normal map. Now we have our terrain layer, so let's select our terrain. Paint terrain, paint texture, and let's add this new layer. Let's actually just replace it, so it replaces the whole terrain with our sand. Icelandic sand. Nice, that looks nice. I don't like how it's kind of tiling a lot there, so let's change the tile on it. Let's go into the game view. When we do this, let's make this a little bit bigger. Okay, so let's look off in this distance and try and increase this tiling. It's looking a little bit better. Okay. Alright, so now we have a high quality texture, 4K Icelandic sand in our project. I think it looks a lot better than the sample asset sand. Let's see what else we can find. Broken stump. Huge Icelandic lava cliff. Free. 4K resolution. Let's download. There's some rocks. Let's get these rocks as well. Let's also bring up a image of Iceland. Icelandic beach. Okay. Okay, so we got some pictures. Kind of get a vibe of Iceland. Kind of what we're going for. Let's export that. Connects XP check log, not send data over port. That was happening a little bit ago. Okay, cannot send data over port. Okay, unchecking, rechecking. Apparently, shall fix the problem. So window, Quixel, Megascans importer. Back to that window. Disable the plugin. Enable the plugin. And let's try again. Export. Export to Uni. Back. Okay. Let's just go through this Icelandic pack and basically get all the free assets. Let's try to get this cliff again. Thing is tiny. Hopefully we can just automatically upgrade it. That'd be great. So let's try to upgrade it from the magenta materials. That didn't work. Yeah, let's try it like this. Select the material, rendering, materials, pre-selected. Oh, did I not have it selected? Okay, that didn't work. HRP, lit, I guess. Textures, albedo, mask, and then normal. That's pretty good. Now I'm going to upgrade our other object and start setting up our scene. I use the razor lower height tool from the terrain tools first, and then I go through with the smooth height to smooth out the rugged edges. This is a tedious process, so I sped up the video to times 16. I noticed it didn't look as realistic around the edges of our island, so I add more terrain all around our island, and then I'm going to blend in the terrain. Create a couple ledges using the set height tool off of each other, and then I smooth them or blend them together using the smooth height tool. This makes it more realistic, like it's getting deeper and deeper into the ocean. Since I brought up the terrain, I need to bring up my rock cliff object. I find some more materials on Quixel for the rock cliff edge, and I import that into the project and start painting that on to our terrain. Find another grass texture to use from Quixel. It's not as green as I would like it to be, but it'll do for right now. I'm going to upgrade the foam in the water with a free asset I found on the Unity Asset Store. I have to play with the tiling a lot to make it more natural, to get exactly how I would like it. Create the terrain layer with that texture I got from Quixel, and I start painting the grass. Check how my scene looks by hitting play and then just rotating the sun. I notice we're missing grass, so I go download a grass asset from Quixel. When upgrading the material to the high definition render pipeline, I picked the wrong shader, so it doesn't actually move with the wind, and I don't notice this until after I've placed all the grass on the ground. Should have been using the terrain grass shader instead of the HDRP lit shader. This was my error. removed all the grass, even though I'm pretty sure I could have just upgraded the shader on the material and that would have fixed all the grass. I wouldn't have to replace it again. Once I switched it over to the terrain grass shader, this fixed everything, and now the grass moves with the wind. So then I just start painting the grass on the terrain. I mess with the billboard distance on the grass and the density to make it more performant. Increase the far clipping plane on the camera so I can see all of the water and the clouds in the distance. And I hit play again when I got the grass in the scene, and then rotate the sun on the x-axis manually. Our scene is looking beautiful. Then I tested out actually walking around with my character. I'm going to add one last asset, which is this broken tree from Quixel. I'm going to create a quick script that will rotate an object, and it uses this to rotate the sun, so I don't have to do it manually anymore. Now we have a nice Icelandic beach. I plan to also improve the island, include a volcano area, a snowy and icy area, and a grassland area. Make it similar to Iceland. Thank you guys for watching, like and subscribe.